How y'all doing? How are you all doing? Let me pester Kieran for a second. Would be better if you boosted me. I don't think I can boost you, Lars. I don't think I could, even if I wanted to. Hold on, let me get rid of these glasses. Wait a second while we get some more players in here. Wit bag mechanics stream? Maybe. I mean, who knows? Actually, I might need my glasses today. Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot better. Hello, Kieran. I'm just gonna take a little bit of time before I start this off. Hello, Arvel. I remember you sent me a replay. I'm 95% sure. Let me check my DMs. Yes, you did. Oh no, you said posted one of mine's in replay analysis. I mean, if you have a recent replay, you can still DM it to me, and I'll probably do it at the end. I have two replays today. Both are Diamond 3. One is in 2s and one is in 3s. So I'll be, I'll be looking at those two first, and then if we have time left, I can do yours third. Alright, so we're getting a bit of extra people in here. I could just send you a juicy drop shot replay. I mean, you could. Do you just want the replay link or the text with it too? Just the rank that it was played at, the playlist, and the name of the replay in-game. So once I've added it to my folder. That's the only thing I need. Sub's voice is just too sexy. Thank you, thank you. Oh, hold on, I have to close my door real quick. Alright, let's try that again. So we're about 10 viewers in now. I think that's enough. Kieran, you didn't tag everyone, did you, on the announcement? Gonna play Elite and watch stream. Feels good, man. Yep, I see it. 1v1 plat 2. Oh, that's nice. So I have 2v2, 1v1, and 3v3. Sick. Oh. Rip. Sub, teach me how to get good. I'm afraid there's no hope for you, Dan. I'm sorry. Alright, let's get this party started, shall we? Should mark this one as done. And check what the names of the replays I have are. Rip. Name is Analyze. Why do I not see that? Interesting. And the other one is called Replay. Okay, so I've got 3v3. Let me go see if this is the replay in question. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. So let's start off with 2v2 and then we'll move on to 3v3 and then do 1v1 last. That seems like the way I'm gonna do it today. And then tomorrow I'll just do whatever I have left. As usual, DMs take preference. If I have to go into replay analysis, I will. But if you DM me, that is the best way to ensure getting a spot, because DMs will I will pick the DMs over the what are they called? DMs over replays and replay analysis. All right. So let's do this. So Inheritor just asked for general advice. He is Diamond 3 in 2s. So let's see what we get. I'm just gonna bitch to Kieran real quick. Alright. Let's go. Intellectually challenged divides. Pitch divides. Alright. Hello, Jacko. Alright, so let's actually get started here. So immediately off kickoff. There's nothing wrong with this so far. Teammate's getting a 50-50. I think you can move up a little bit earlier. Arcanics. I think I played against that guy. Oh, you need more vids. Not for today, but for tomorrow, I still don't have any replays. So if you want, you can send me those. Just DM them to me, and I'll do you like DMs get priority. So if you DM me them now, then I'll just go back and see which ones I got first, and then do those tomorrow. So let's see. This could have been a much cleaner hit, for sure. This could have been a goal, to be fair. This is a horrible touch, and your opponent shouldn't be committing to that. Sup, Echo? Welcome back. Yeah, that should not be a goal. This is just really bad. You should be grabbing boost pads here instead of going for this boost and just returning to goal. Now you miss it, and then you just keep on going to the corner. You don't flip to goal at all. This is not a goal. This should not have been a goal by any stretch of the imagination. Nice kickoff. Let me check that one more time. So you grab boost, see you're missing a challenge, and then you wait. That's good, but your teammate's back now, so you could have moved up a little bit earlier there, but that's fine. Well, story of this game after 1 minute is goals that should not go in are going in. So, I mean, I guess that's something. Teammate should have that. Nope, he's slow. Using a lot of boost there. And now you're really far away from the player here. So, this is bad, right? You should be taking off ball cam as soon as you see that hit. As soon as you see this, you should be taking off ball cam, trying to see if this corner boost is up, and then when it's not, you should be looking to circle back in here. Instead of wasting all your boost and forcing yourself to go back all the way over there, you could have stayed up, and now you're completely out of the play. So now you're actually in a really bad spot because you can't challenge that, and you're back on defense, right? And you even get scored on. So that was just horrible, horrible, horrible by you. From, like, in your defense, yes, your teammate should have scored this. But this is still bad play by you. Once you saw this, just pick up, like, you can even see 1, 2, 3 pads that you could have picked up, and you would have been in a fine spot. And then there's even like a 4th behind it, so you could have been at what 70-ish boost, 75 boost instead of 30, and actually and you would have been in the play rather than all the way back, because this is actually a rather poor hit. Like, look, you could have challenged that had you been further up. So this is just bad. This is something that you should concede goals over, and you do. Like, I mean, this shouldn't have been a goal in the first place, but this is just not good. Okay. Ooh, almost on gold. You snuck up really far here. You should have, as soon as you saw him go up for that, you should expect him to have it and put it out of your reach and circle around for boost. So now you're just kind of in a awkward spot because you got greedy. So you went for this play, and then now you're realizing, oh, it's not going to work out. You're going to try and get boost and recover. But if you had gotten boost, then you would have been able to act on the opportunity regardless. This is Diamond 3, Yakko. Okay, next gets a pass out. Again, you have to rotate all the way back because you missed boost. And now you're almost going to get beaten to the ball. Rez puts it in for you. You absolutely with the air roll shot. So here, instead of like, there's two things you can do. One is trust your teammate to hit this. The other one is take a wider line. Like, you are rushing straight to where the ball is. You're not reading the line of the ball. You're not reading the bounce here. You're just you know the trajectory of this ball, and you're just kind of going, all right, I'm going to meet the ball here. I'm just going to drive straight into it. No, read that this is going back out. So take a slightly wider line, and don't make this shot so awkward on yourself. This should have been your second goal, or this should be a goal for you, 100%. So you're making it harder on yourself with ball positioning. Hello, Icy. Let me check that one more time, because I wasn't paying attention. So the idea here is good. Nice, patient play. You don't really have the boost to set something up, so as soon as you notice that you're running out of boost here, and that your first touch wasn't good enough, either hit this ball forward and try and get that corner boost, or that mid boost, or you set up a 50-50 here. There's not really anything you can do in between. So when you see him going for this, you should be preparing to flip into this ball and trying to force it to a spot where your teammate can act on it, or you can act on it after the 50-50, right? Don't get dunked like that. Just put your teammate in a horrible position because he expected you to 50-50. And you even circle around for boost after that, which just makes it even worse, because that shot, had it been on target, would have been a goal because you did this. So the patterns we've noticed so far is being greedy, and when it comes to ball over boost, and not taking a wide line is like two things that we've noticed so far. So don't go ball over boost. If you can't get a full 100 boost pad, just pick up pads, but stay in the play. And the other one is take wider lines so that your shots are actually scary. Don't give away possession like that. There's no point. He's just going to clear this away. You're super far up again. Like, this is a problem that you see in a lot of, like, in kind of, I'd say mid to high diamond, is you should not even be here. Like, once this happens, you see them both in the same spot anyway. So there's really no point. Just space yourself out more. Go a bit further back instead of moving up. If you'd been like a quarter of a field further back, you would have been in such a good position here. Instead, your positioning is horrible and you can't challenge this, right? You get beaten to the ball, and now all of a sudden your teammate is in a position just that needs to scramble back. He almost gets, if he'd been a little bit more panicked there, he would have gotten beaten to the ball, and you would have been in a horrible position, probably been scored on. Alright, so nice idea making this a slow play. You can see that your opponent is in front of you. Yeah, that's just unfortunate for your opponent. For your opponents. That's the Peril solo queue. Seeing this replay makes me feel why I always got diamond players that got the ball in almost perfect angles all the time. Could also be plat gameplay. I mean, I look at this game and I'm like, this is Diamond 3, really? But I mean, that's just me. So that was a pretty good hit. This is one of those times where you're not really thinking about what kind of hit you want to make here. You're just thinking about beating out Arcanax, as well as your positioning here is just wrong, right? You see this ball going to the side. You see this ball is going to the side and Rover is following it up. So you need to ascertain, he needs to call here what kind of hit he's getting, and you need to read that and act accordingly. So what you do is you he probably doesn't call, because I'm assuming that you're on voice chat due to the party icons. So he doesn't call that he's gonna push this out and in field, so centering it basically, and you don't read it either. So that means that you're in a pretty bad spot here. Like, there is no way that you're gonna make this shot scary, right? Look at the way your nose is facing. Your nose is facing the corner, like that, and you can see Rover is moving back. So, at best, once you hit this ball, he's going to be here, and he's not even turned around yet. So you want to put this probably here. Oh, what? That's not what I wanted to do. You want to put this here-ish, so that it pops back out to Rover. And then, this is what happens. So you go up, you beat Arcanix, but as a result, you give the ball to Rez. And now Rover is back, clears the ball away again, gives it away completely, because now Arcanix gets to be on the ball, and you've cheated up too far again. You can, at this point, when you see something like this, when you see your teammate just booming the ball away, for no reason other than to clear the ball or put pressure, this is a moment where you should be, okay, my teammates just conceded possession, I should not go past the halfway line. Right? So you shouldn't be thinking about going up further than this right here. And yet you still do. Oh, my controller is going crazy. You're taking way too little time here. So they get this. It's not a shot on goal. Don't try to hit this back. Instead, just catch this. Roll it onto the sidewall here. And then just take possession. Now you're passing it straight to Rez, who's just going to get another hit. And now you do the same thing. So why would you first do one thing and then suddenly do the other? Like, what changed? Let me see that one more time. So this, I would have shot that at the backboard, but you can see Rover went up too far anyway. You hesitate a little bit. Let me see that one more time. So it hits the backboard. You should be going up right here. This is, I don't think that's hit the curve, so it's going to come down, but a little bit out. And you wait a little bit too long. Get punished. And now you're in a dead angle, because you can, as you can see, with Rover can't do anything with that. He should just be rotating back and waiting for a challenge, waiting for something. Instead, he takes a heavy touch, and now you're on defense again. And then horrible goal post defending secures them another goal. So this is really bad. You don't want to come in power sliding like this. You just want to sit on the goal line here, because this is an easy save, like the easiest save you've seen in a while. And you just miss it for no reason. So that's the second time now that a goal happened that shouldn't be a goal. Second? Maybe the third even. I don't remember the second goal. But the first goal was definitely not a goal that should have gone in. Grabbing boost on that kickoff, that's fine. Arcanix is going to take a nice controlled touch. You should realize that he is he's not going for this earlier. So he touches that, and then he immediately swerves to the left. I'm assuming that is because he's going to dodge. But then when he turns around again, you should notice that he's not going for that. And at this point, Rover has already gone back. Right? So now you don't have a pass opportunity. Had you gone right here? Sorry. Had you gone right here, then you would have had the opportunity to pass or even score here. So keep that in mind, right? If you see an opportunity or you see a moment where you can intercept something, go for it. Because this was a free shot on net, in my opinion. Let me just check that from Arcanix's perspective. So he hits this. And then he swirls around for a bit. Like, you could have had that. Yeah, you definitely could have had that. So good clear. You had to clear that hard. And then shot on net. In my opinion, divides. Alright. Alright, Joker. You're, you've got house arrest. You're grounded. Let me check that one more time. So kickoff goes poorly. That happens. 50-50. Your line here is a bit off. So you should be rotating to the back post. You can see everyone on the pitch here. So you can see everyone on the pitch here. You can see that the only person that is capable of challenging the ball is the other green player, Arcanix. So you should be going back to net here. And you bump into your teammate while you do. And now you're in a kind of an awkward spot because you're not in on the back post. In my opinion, you fly straight to that. I see. Stop trolling. Now they're both up. You panic, and this is another one that wait, what moment are we talking about? I see. Are we talking about this one? Are we talking about this moment? Because that is not something you should be flying for. Yeah, demoing mates should not be a thing. I see. Do you mean this moment? Because I'm not sure if you should fly for that. Actually, I just don't think you should. You're just gonna get beaten to the ball. Or do you mean this? I see. Not being specific feels bad, man. Alright, but anyways, so this is bad, right? Your camera is really ugly. You don't know where your car is. Well, you know where your car is, but you don't really know what your position is relative to the, you know, relative to your teammate. Just ugly camera, right? So this is not yours. And that's true because it's Arcanix and Rez's. But if you're gonna stay under this, then at least make sure that if you're gonna play off of this whiff, like you basically now you're saying, okay, they're gonna whiff, right? So if you're gonna play off this whiff, at least make sure that if they whiff, you get a good angle. Don't hover under the ball like this. This is really bad because now look how bad this takeoff is. You're never gonna get a shot on target here. You had all the time in the world since you were waiting on them to get a hit anyway, so might as well just make sure that the hit you get, like the hit that you want to get, is gonna be good. And now you get a really mediocre hit and you don't get a goal, right? That should have been a goal again. That's definitely something you go for. Yeah, that's something you go for. You should be jumping up for this, because at this point, if he hits the ball, he's not going to get it to a point where, oh wait, your teammate's really far away. Okay, if he called that, then I understand. But he's probably not going to beat you to that, and even if he does, he's not going to put it in a very dangerous position where your teammate can't recover. In my opinion, at least. So you just slightly overread this. Groovy, this is Diamond 3. You just cheated up way too far here. That you should instantly be turning straight back to net here. But instead you hover around and now your angle's shit again. Take wider lines. Way wider lines here. Nice clear. You empty your entire boost tank. You only need 12 here. Stop boosting right here and just flip, and you'll be in the same spot with supersonic and using less boost. That's just basic boost management. Nice touch by Arcanix. You should be flipping back now, like going back to net, flipping back. Don't hover like that. Doesn't even work out in your favor, in my opinion. And that's overtime. Now let's check how much time we've got left. We've got about 1 minute left on the replay. So you should have let that to your teammate. He was following that up. And he was definitely going for it. So that's just bad communication. If they just get another hit off of that, that would have been sick. You could make this a bit more scary by just moving up a bit more. Like now it's very obvious that you're not challenging, which is why he's going. You're being really obnoxious for your teammate there. That's just not being aware of where your teammate is and thinking about how is my teammate coming to challenge this bull. Oh, he didn't expect that, did he? So once you miss that, I think it's safe to say that you should be expecting this to miss, or you should be expecting to miss that. Resin 1-on-1, nice save. This is fine. If you can see that Arcanix was moving back from this. You could have taken a controlling touch there, but you didn't. You chose not to. Okay, so thoughts. So most of that game was really interesting because you made this game so much harder than you should have. Like this was an overtime game where it absolutely shouldn't have been. There were a couple, like he gave away 2 free goals, like absolutely free, and they gave away 1 free goal. But honestly, you made it far closer than it needed to be. So general advice is stop going boost over bull and stop trying to get every 100 boost pad that you can. You can do fine without picking up a single boost canister the entire match if you just pick up pennies. Don't abandon your positioning. If your positioning is good, don't abandon your positioning to grab boost. I just crashed into a star in Elite because I was watching stream. Nice. Who is this inheritor? So don't abandon your positioning for boost. And the second one is second one, I have 3 basically. 3 pieces of advice. Second one would be take wider lines. If you're gonna take a shot and you know or if you're playing off of a hit, off of something that might not happen, at least make sure that if it does happen, you have the right angle. So, you know, make sure that you can make a threatening shot if a bounce goes the way you think it's gonna go, or that kind of stuff. Just take wider lines. Take your time to get to the ball and make sure that every time you make a touch, your hit is going to be scary. Or at least threatening. If you're just like, this is an issue that you see in low diamond, right? Low diamond players will often take like 4 touches in midfield and all of them are against the wall. And it's like slowly it will get to your center field. But the only way that it becomes scary is if you challenge because you panic or you rush a challenge, right? There is no way that you ever get beaten by 4 like really bad touches unless you enable those bad touches to become threatening. So that's a big thing. Take more threatening touches, and that happens if you go for wider lines. Also, no, that was not a beer, that was a can of Diet Coke. I need my sugar. Well, whatever's left of it anyway. Alright, so. So we've got this one. This is 3v3. I mean, I don't even know. Oh no, it says 0 sugar. I don't even look at the can. I just drink it. All right. So next up is some 3v3 action. So this one was played by. Oh, hello. Thank you. This one was played by Lapis. Oh wait, what? What is that name? Kinky Slinky. Oh, I like that name. That's really good. So this one was played by Lapis. 3v3, he said. What am I doing wrong and how can I help my team be more successful in the passing game? Where do I begin to learn proper passing, positioning, etc.? So mostly concerned with passes. Yeah, okay, so we're going to be looking at his general positioning, enabling his team. Billy replay hype. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Mostly his positioning to enable whoa. My train of thought just disappeared. So looking at his enabling positioning, and we're just going to note general mistakes in rotation or positioning. So right off the bat, this is a really nice kickoff, and it's executed quite well, or like kickoff strat, because you get 2 boost pads and you reach the boost really early. But in this particular kickoff, that's kind of bad because now you're going for a hit that is going to fuck your team over. And that's easy, like 0 to 1. So in this case, instead of, you should be going for this boost still. But once you see that hit, that hit is something you're going to lose, just take a second. Or even think about what happens if I don't touch this. The done man would have probably had this. And you wouldn't have been scored on. So think about if you can get a good hit before you hit the ball. That was good awareness. You got a pretty good pass in. Dunman wasn't really in a great spot, but that's fine. Nice shot. Let me check that one more time. Interesting how you didn't get that touch the way you wanted it to go. But oh well. He's still recovering. Oh, you got... I don't know why he did that. There was no need for him to do that. So this is something you can't really help. This is just a goal that your teammate just set up for your opponents for no apparent reason. I would be triggered after this point. Okay, now that is an interesting shot. In this situation, I would have shot at the right post. You can see Kinky Slinky is turning, so this hit that you make, I don't know if I agree with that. I think you should have just shot at the right part of the goal. At least force them to make the save and don't, you know, shoot at a spot where they can kind of stumble into it. Okay, so this is just basic awareness mistake. You know, you can see that there is a guy right next to you, and you can see everyone on your team. So you want to go for this mid boost instead of going back, because both of your teammates are going to go back from this. So just recover with the boost. Don't starve yourself of boost because you might because your teammates are in the same spot. You shouldn't. Once you start driving backwards here, you should be half flipping out here. Don't do this. Don't go up too far. Drive back and then drive forward again. Your angle at this hit is really bad. Like, this is not going to be a goal. And now you're out of position, and this is just awkward. Now I have to scramble back and hope that you can touch that. Alright. So. Stop, controller, please. Alright, so. No, that was too far. Even further. Okay, so here. This is all fine, this is good. Whatever. Alright, so here, mute window sound in volume mixer, then at least it won't deafen us. See, I have no idea where I find my volume mixer. Hardware and sound. Change system sounds. Oh, there we go. Found it. So much harder to find. Right. Alright. But anyways. So in this situation. Right. You should realize that this is not yours. And then again here, so you should realize that this is not yours, right? And that he's gonna get a touch on it. You probably think that, you probably know that this is gonna be a bad touch, So going up is fine, but you don't have to go this far up because he gets an awkward touch, and now you're in an awkward spot, right? Had you been slightly less far up, you could have shot that on goal and won it. So be a bit more conservative with going up for that kind of stuff. Again, take a wider line here. This is like some. You see that? Okay, so Kinky Slinky is going for this. The Dunman is going for this. Jolly is going for this. Heron, he can cover the angle if Kinky Slinky doesn't shoot this on net immediately. He should be rotating back here. The Dunman actually ends up making this 50-50 rather close, and then you have absolutely no threatening positioning whatsoever. So this is absolutely not scary at all to your opponents, you being here. Like, they don't even have to fear a shot, ideally. And you don't shoot, and now you're just rushing back again, right? So you just didn't really... Like, you not hitting the ball there would have probably been better than you hitting the ball. Again, this is just classic hitting the ball for no reason. You had no plan with that hit. So try to think about what you're trying to do before you make a touch. So what happens there? It's just an unforced error. You should be moving back here. Actually, should you? Oh, no, you should be fine, but you shouldn't be under the ball here. You should be moving up to the side of the wall, like right in front of you, and then turn there, maybe? Depending on what happens here. And now you're out of the play. So that was just really awkward positioning by you. What rank is this replay? This replay is also Diamond 3. So that's a freebie. Nice. This is the same issue as before. So you get the boost, and then you immediately rush forward. You don't need to. Just wait what this is going to do. Now you're wasting 70 of the boost you just obtained just to defend at one hit that you didn't even, like, that didn't even have to be that scary. It just became scary when you made it scary for them by moving up and not keeping your positioning. Remember, last man back, it's your job to make sure that they don't score. So if you're moving up for a ball that you might not hit, then that's bad. Wait, hold on. Okay. So you gave a bit too much time, or you took a bit of a rushed touch here. So if you just go back a little bit, you could have just rotated to back post here. Your teammate's challenging. Your other teammate is where? Oh, your other teammate is right next to him, which you can see. So you can see both of your teammates. And still, you choose to boost into the goal. So now you're at front post, and this is an awkward hit. Had you been at back post, you'd have made an excellent hit there. That's a bit of ball chasing there. And again, short post rotation fucks you over. You couldn't put that forward at all, which also means that you can't pass to your teammates. See how we're elegantly, you know, mixing in the passing play. That was good. I'd like you to finish that rotation a bit more cleanly, but this is fine. That's not good. So what should you have done here? You see that the done man is already moving up. And you know that this guy is behind you. You can even see him falling. So you don't even need this boost, you just need the positioning. So you can move to the left here. You could have been on this curve to right next to you instead. And you would have even having a better angle on that ball. With the option of retreating. Now you just get scored on. Because you get bumped. I'm not sure if I agree with your positioning there. Again, you move up super far. There's no one for that hit. Ooh, nice demo to get that back. And that's game. Okay, so general thoughts. Stop moving up too soon. Take your time to read what your opponents are doing and what your teammates are doing, and make sure that you're in the right spot. Really, really, really look at what your opponents are doing. Don't just look and go, oh, okay, you know, I'm moving. We have the ball, so we're moving forward. No, look what kind of hit can you expect from your opponents? Is it going to be a powerful touch? Is it going to be weaker? Is it going to be towards me? Can I intercept this touch? Etc. etc. You really, really, really care about, you know, what kind of touch is my opponent going to get, and you just kind of blatantly disregarded that a couple of times. Second one is wider lines. This is like a very recurring issue. Take a wider line to the ball. If you can't make a shot threatening, then your opponents won't have to respect it. And that's something that I've seen in every replay this week. There's almost no one who makes sure to get a scary hit on the ball. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't make a threatening hit. Or you have to step in immediately. But if you can't, like, if you can, then take the time to get that wider line, increase the angles that you can shoot at, and go from there. So that's the two pieces of advice I would give, is don't go up too fast, really pay attention to your awareness. Don't take wider lines, and don't give away possession for no reason. Thank you, Echo, which is something that we saw a couple times, but it's just, again, in threes, it's so important that you hit the ball at your teammates, or put the ball in a put the ball where you or your teammates can follow up. Don't just hit the ball because you can. Think about what's going to happen after you hit the ball instead of what's happening now. Alright. Jimmy, did my replay get checked already? You were the silver, I think. Silver 3. I think it was either I think it was solo standard. Yeah, solo standard, silver 2. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing your replay, but I might end up quitting after like 2.5 minutes and just saying, yeah, you need work on everything, because that's usually the problem in silver. But I will check it out. Let me just let me just close some shit. Hold on once. Alright, let's see what this is about. So I should tag this one as done. I have no idea what the name of your replay is. Ooh, shit. Alright, it is played on the 18th. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. Wait, this is a 9-2 win? Wait, hold on. Okay, so Jermud, if you want me to analyze a replay, don't send me replays like this. There's no point in analyzing this because you won 9-2. So if you have another, I'm just fundamentally opposed to analyzing a replay that you win 9-2. There's no point in that. So just send me a different one. Send me a different one if you have one. But don't give me a replay like that. There's no point. The best replays to analyze are those that are close. Close replays where you thought you played well but still lost. Those are the best. Don't give me this 9-3, 9-2. Or like, you know, if you win 5-1, yeah, there's no point. 12-1, that kind of shit. Don't do that. Hot Pocket, yes. I like how one is just called Pliss. Oh man, you haven't seen, where is it? This one? That's the best one. I can actually I'll show it for the memes because I vaguely remember why I even chose this replay. Oh yeah, that's the one. This is the play. Boop, boop. Get fucked. And that's why that replay is named the way it is. But let me go and find the replay Arvel sent me. So we're gonna finish this off with some 1v1s. So this is a let me see. It's Plat 2, not playing ranked, but mate was Plat 2 as far as I know. Okay, so it's him versus his friend. Both are platinum. So this is going to be fun. Let's make sure that this is still okay. Sweet. Alright, so let us change replay. What is this one called? Replay analysis. It was played, I don't even know when. Probably a little bit back. Yep. Here we go. Not a friend, but whatever. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, so immediately Batmobile versus Octane. So that's something to pay attention to. Batmobile's pretty good right now, so we'll see. Okay, so first off, kickoff. Your vertical kickoff. I don't know if he's gonna beat you, but he should. And he doesn't. What does he mess up that he doesn't? Okay, so he messes up his kickoff as well. This kickoff, you want to try and get supersonic as fast as possible. So what you want to do is about pointing out where. So you want to start boosting and then one flip, hit supersonic, and then flip into the ball again, right? So what you want to happen is this. Is you want to go, start boosting, and are we going to do something? Okay, so you want to start boosting, and instead you want to flip about where your front wheels are now. Like now you won't hit supersonic at all. This kickoff is just a gimmick kickoff, pretty much. It works if your opponent doesn't mess up his kickoff. Right, so that's a shame. This is okay. So this is actually really good because in 5 seconds we can already see what one of your biggest problems is rushing. Why would you immediately go for this hit? It's 1v1. You only have to beat out one player. You don't need to rush this hit. So you get a really bad touch and now you're struggling to get back. But now he has the ball. And he's actually trying to control it. Right? This has nothing to do with you not being able to do anything on the wall. Like, even I'd argue that every single play you made in the first 5 seconds was wrong. That is not a good sign in ones. Right? So this hit is a bad hit. The hit you were going for is a bad touch. This touch that you're going for is also a bad touch. Right? So the two decisions that you've made, except your kickoff, so far have been wrong. And that's not a good, in the sense that you want to keep the ball close to you, because possession is the most important thing in ones. There is nothing that is more important in ones than having the ball. Like, I can argue, yeah, okay, I mean, besides having good defense, but like, just strictly speaking, if you have the ball and your opponent never has the ball, you will win every single game of ones, ever. Right? I just want to get that clear. So don't do that stuff. Don't just hit the ball for no reason. That, like, I've been telling it to everyone that I've reviewed replays for the past couple of days. Don't just hit the ball. Keep the ball close to you, and if you have to give the ball away, then do so. But don't give the ball away just to give the ball away. Keep it close to you. That's really, really important. Look what your opponent does. He takes a weak touch. He could have blasted that all the way across, but he took a weak touch and then tries to follow it up. Had you not challenged at this exact instant, he would have gotten a really good challenge in. Right? You score off this. That's nice, but he could have gotten a really good challenge in. He could have made a really good offense happen there had his touches been slightly better. So he loses the kickoff. This should be a kickoff goal, 100%. But he fucks up. And that should have been a goal as well. There's nothing wrong with, like, once you see this hit, you should know, okay, this is a goal opportunity. So why would you circle all the way around and then take a touch like that, right? You had time there. Your opponent didn't have boost. You did. So why are you rushing, right? Again, this is all about a pattern that we've already seen, is you rush way too much. Just be patient. Take one touch here. Just, you know, tap that softly. Just break right here. Tap it once. And then set up a bounce dribble. Or set up, you know, a roof dribble into a flick. But don't just shoot it in the hopes that you can get it, because that's... You're not at the level yet where you can just take those shots and make them go in every single time. That's just I'm just going to assume that based on your rank. Like, you're plat 2. So it's going to be hard to make those shots every single time. I'm not good at keeping the ball close, but yeah, I don't play that much ones. Might be good to practice keeping it close then. Keeping the ball close is good in every playlist. It's not just good in ones, it's good in every list. Just ones needs it so much more than 2s and 3s. So this challenge you just kind of ruined for yourself. He's on the opposite side of the ball. You could have forced this through him had you hit the center of the ball. Just again, I'm just going to show it again so you see what I mean. So you hit the ball on the left side. Had you corrected for the right here, like had you driven right here, you would have had a fine 50-50. It would have gone somewhere along the lines of this part of the wall. Instead, it goes here, right? That's not good. That's definitely not good. And then you have to turn around and you panic because you see Simitimi. So now you're just panicking, right? He gets a bad touch. You get a bad touch. And now you're just playing off of pennies. He mind games you quite nicely. Ooh, that was scoreable for him. Right, so that was just awkwardness all around. And now you're still in an awkward spot because you don't have boost. And you don't have the ball. He's waiting a bit too long on his touches as well. But by my counts, you should have been scored on at least once now. He's just not very good at calculating his offense. But you should have been scored on a couple of times now. Don't jump for that. If your opponent does something like this, where they choose to follow the ball, then they can't score it on you. So why would you jump? Just turn around and contest that corner boost. Oh, that's not good. You had time there. So this is, again, keeping the ball close to you. Don't just give the ball away. He's already committed to returning, so you don't need to hit this. Now you have no boost. You're on the wall. You flop off. This should be a goal. I remember having lags that game which caused the enemy to score 2 goals. Don't think it's visible in the gameplay. I mean, who knows, but at this point you're being outplayed. I've just not seen you make any good decisions so far. That's obviously not true. You have made good decisions, but most of them, like most of the decisions, the conscious decisions that you've made have been pretty bad. Like, you've been hitting the ball around a bunch, but not actually keeping possession. I'm going for very risky stuff in 1v1. That's a decent save. He left the ball. Take it. Yeah. I was going to say, don't do that. Take a controlled touch, but you don't. And this is an issue at this point. You've been whacking the ball around, and you've been rushing. And not really thinking about risk versus reward. So, keep that in the back of your head. Like, what happens if I don't score this? Or what happens if I hit, like, why am I hitting this forward? If you're hitting this forward with a reason, like, oh, I can take a shot at net and probably get a goal, yeah, go for it. If you're just hitting the ball forward just to hit the ball forward like a lot of people do, that's bad. You don't want that. That jump is a bit interesting. So you can see that he's rather close to you, right? So you don't need to worry about a really powerful aerial because this ball's actually pretty high, and he doesn't actually get doesn't really get a hit like that either. So why would you jump for that? I mean, if he got that over you, you would have been in such a bad spot. Right, so that's just a risk that you don't need to take. You don't have the information. You don't know where your opponent is. He might have backed off. Right? Don't make a decision without information. And then here, once you've got the ball here, I don't know if what I think about this, but this is the same thing that everyone does. It's taking a wider line. Don't just watch this. Like, you're just right. Watch this in slow motion, right? So you land, hit. Alright. At this point you realize this is going to hit the wall. So it's going to come back out. So what do? You want... let's see, how do I do this the most effective way? Right, so ball is going to come back out. It's probably going to land around this area, right? So you want to have your nose lined up with the goal. So you want to be facing that way. Now watch what happens. And where you are when you take the shot and where your nose is pointed. Right? Okay. So where is your nose pointed at the moment you jump? Right there. So you can shoot at about this area. I mean, you can shoot at net, but it's so much harder, right? Whereas if you had been here, it's a clear shot. You just have to shoot it straight and you get a goal, right? Keep that in mind. So that's what I mean about wider lines. This shot would have not only been way more powerful, but also way more scary had you been behind the ball. And now, actually, if we go back to this, wait, I should probably put it back at 100. What did I do? Right, so again, right now, you're kind of forced into a shot. You can't dribble this anymore. Right? As soon as you take this, as soon as you are where you are, so you can't dribble this. This is just kind of like you not taking a wider line here is killing your angles and your options. Oh, yeah, that's definitely lag. You could definitely see that one. Okay, your opponent messed up. That's just bad. You really, really need to score that one. Let's look at that one again. Again, at this point, note how much time you have. Taking one quick touch to make sure that this ball is going towards net is fine. Just hit it slightly to the left, and then, but don't hit it too far that you can't take it again. Just make one quick touch, That will line it up with goal, and then smash it in, right? At this point, you have so much time that you'll still be able to do it. This is just missing it for no apparent reason. Like, there's no reason why you should miss this. Let's see about this one, actually, because this is an interesting... Alright. So this happens... See, and this is when you do it correctly. See how wide your line is here? This shot is actually scary, right? This is a shot that I would have to respect being Simi, and he does. Because he sees, alright, well, better get ready to save this. Then he sees, okay, well, it's not in. I'm just going to control this. And then you do it again, right? This is not scary again. Take a wider line, and this is scary. But now, it's not scary at all. But your primary, still your primary problem is not keeping the ball. You're only taking powerful touches. You're not taking... Alright, let's see. What could you have done better in this situation? Okay, so first of all, don't rotate like this. You missed about 3 boost pads here that you could have taken, which are... let me see. So you could have rotated back, you get that pad, then you move towards this pad, move towards that pad, swirl around, and now you're in position. And you could have cleared that into the corner and grabbed the boost. Well, he messes up, but now you have no boost, and you're in a bad spot. Had you been at the back post, well, that's a different story. You would have been able to turn for that and take a shot. And then you get beat. Feels bad, right? So keep that in mind. Defend from the back post. Don't defend from the front post if you can help it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, right. Okay. So you've been bumping this guy, so you can actually just move towards the ball instead. He's actually not on the ball, and now you're at 23 boost instead of 100, which is bad because he can just steal every bit of boost that you get. Yep, see, he demos you. Now you're out of boost again. That's a bit of an early turn. What is going on? Anyways, so overall problems with that game. Stop hitting the ball away from you. Keep it close to you. Keep possession. You don't have to roof dribble. Or bounce dribble even, but just don't give it away for free. That's the main part that I would say is your problem in ones. The second one that I would say is a really big issue is wider lines. Just take a wider line if you're gonna take a shot. Make every touch, and this goes for every single playlist, right? Every touch you ever make, if at all possible, make sure that it is a dangerous touch, that it doesn't just go towards the wall and back out. Because that is fine if you're trying to pass it in midfield play. But if you're trying to make something happen on offense, make sure that every touch is dangerous. Even a touch that is made in transitioning. If you're transitioning from defense to offense, make sure that your touches are dangerous. Shoot them at goal. Make sure that you can that your nose could be pointed at goal when you're trying to make a setup. Keep your opponents on their toes. Don't just hit the ball into the wall. That's something that you see. That's something you see at very, very low levels. Maybe I have a replay of that. I do remember a game like that relatively recently. I think it's this game, right? I'll quickly zoom through it to see if this is the right. Okay, so that's just a nice shot. Yada yada. Alright, let's get back to some midfield play, shall we? See how that's another, like, he didn't even need to shoot that, right? Just look at that from his perspective. He didn't even need to shoot that, but this is a scary hit because he has the option of shooting at net and he has the option of hitting it somewhere else. So he hits it at our backboard, and that makes it scary inherently, right? That hit, this one. If you look back at this is actually a really bad read by Pyros. Holy mother of bad camera settings, though. Like, look, if he had been a bit further back instead, he could have taken a really scary hit here. Instead, he's forced to hitting it back into the wall, which just ends up being bad for his team. Now his teammate has to step in and clear up his mess. That kind of stuff, that's just bad. Don't do that. Don't do that stuff. That's what putting you behind all the time. If you don't know if you can get the next touch, move back. Get into a position where you can make that touch. Don't just sit there being like, oh well, if he misses, I might get this touch. No, if there's an if attached to your positioning, then it's bad positioning. Unless it's, if he whiffs, I can play off this because all the other angles are already covered. That's something that we saw if you were here yesterday at Whey Protein's replay analysis. If you saw Whey Protein's analysis, I can actually skip to that if let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can do that real quick. So I'm gonna use Whey Protein's replay for a second. Go to his cam. Where is he? Alright, so we're gonna watch this on 200% speed real quick, and we'll find out where this happened. Yada yada, pretty quick. Nice shot. So this happened. This is making me dizzy, boys. So Whey gets wrecked, yada yada. Alright, so it should be somewhere around here, but probably... Yeah, so it's probably around here somewhere. Okay. So... let's see. I feel so slow now. Okay, so this is... I think this is the moment. No, never mind. I suck. Did we already skip past it? Can't be, right? This one? Yeah, okay, this one. This is actually this is an interesting moment, right? Because in this situation, normally I'd say if you can't get the next touch, go back. But if we look at this situation, we can see that Wei is in a spot where he doesn't actually have to. He can sit under this net because there's one teammate in the corner, there's one teammate already in goal, and he can hover under the ball there. It doesn't last long, but he can, right? That normally, that I would say that is a mistake, but it's not in this situation because he's got that. Because he sees, okay, well, all the angles are already covered. I don't need to go back. Otherwise, I would say, yeah, go back because you're not getting the next touch, or at least move into a position where you're better off after the next touch. And it kind of makes sense, right? If you can see that someone else is going to get the next touch, and you're not in, like, at the front, then you don't have to bother with, you don't have to bother going up. Just go back, watch for their hit, and then pick it back up again. Right? So if you can't hit the next ball, go back. Rule of thumb. Let's see, how long have we been going? So we've got about 1.5 hours of stream today. Right. So I'm just gonna stick with this for tonight. Do about 3 replays tonight, and then tomorrow I will do a longer stream. It will be, I think, I want to say between 3 and 4 hours of replay analysis with a short break in between, maybe. But we will be, I will be adjourning for today, and then tomorrow we will come back. As always, if you want your replays checked out, if you want them analyzed, send me or DM me a replay, and I will analyze it. DMs take priority over the ones that I find in replay analysis, because replay analysis is for every single coach, whereas the DM'd ones I can take myself. I'm the only one that can take them, basically. So again, if you want your replays checked out, DM me on Discord, give me the rank, the playlist, and the name of the replay in-game, as well as a download link or a file, and I will review your replay for you tomorrow. Again, about 3 to 4 hours. I plan on making it a bit earlier than this time. I think I started... Yeah, I started about 8:45 CEST. So I think I'll start about 7. Like 7 until maybe 11 PM-ish tomorrow. Yeah, that seems about right. Alright, boys. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. For those that had their replays analyzed, feel free to check the VOD or ask me questions if you weren't in chat or have questions in general. And then we will see you tomorrow with the last stream of replay analysis week. So everyone take it easy, and I'll see you tomorrow.